When I'm laying out a climbing facility, a lot of the time it actually doesn't start with the climbing walls. It really starts with the different program blocks and more specifically, the pathways through the facility. So, really sort of defining the different areas, almost the different lily pads I think of sometimes where the climbing goes, because those are the things you basically move around. Those are the things that we fix in space. And the walkways are the places and the ways that we connect between them. And so, in my mind, a lot of the times I end up starting with the walkways, the circulation of the user through the space, the sequence through the space. And then certainly, how do the climbing walls work with that? How does the building architecture work with that? How do they relate to each other? What can you see from where? Those types of things. So looking at an image like this, you can see that there's a lot of space being devoted in front of the climbing wall, in front of the main bouldering wall, as well as up on the mezzanine. And that's no accident. There's plenty of space to be looking in both directions at this, from both levels, I should say, at the climbing wall, as well as if you look straight down the image, you can see almost 300 feet away a window that we carefully placed, which connects all these different features. As you move through the facility, you're sort of moving on these rivers of concrete that are between the padding. And it's no accident because we really do think of them as eddies when we were laying this thing out. These eddies that you can sort of get off the path and go off to the side, get out of the way, versus being in the main area of the gym. And when you look at the building plan, the blocks of program that were placed are the things that are really defining these areas where you can move out of the way. There are views going through and across what you can see from where. On the second level, it's the same thing. What can you see from different areas of the facility? So the architecture of the building is entirely coordinated at the same time with the climbing walls in a very intentional way, creating these sort of pathways through the facility that different users can explore on their own terms, because not everybody's the same, of course. And especially in climbing, where you've got everybody from people who've never climbed before to potentially professionals on the same walls, which is one of the beautiful things about climbing. How do we try to plan for that? Or maybe better yet, just give opportunity for exploration in different ways. And when you look at the area in front of the climbing wall, again, this is that large zone, the places where windows are located. It's not about adding extra windows. It's about putting the ones we're going to use in places that are getting the most out of them. The walkways through the facility, setting up these zones that are these sort of natural amphitheaters that you don't necessarily even notice until they start getting used in different ways. So in my mind, it's never been entirely about where the climbing walls go or where the architectural elements, the program blocks go, because they have to relate to each other. And how do you move between them? And that's really why I very often think about the circulation through the space as the thing that is defining the different zones for climbing and program elements. So hopefully that's just another way to look at laying out climbing walls, because this is something that I talk a lot about with clients, and it's something that hopefully is helpful for you. And if it is, please like and subscribe. My contact information is below if you want to reach out. And thank you for your time. Thank you for watching.